I'm Lesley Weidenbener. Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm at the Indiana State House with Representative Bill Friend, a Republican from Macy. Welcome.
Glad to be with you, Lesley.
You are the Republican, the majority floor leader in the House. Tell me what it's like to be in that position with 69 members of your caucus.
Well, first of all, you need to be ready to accept some blame. and that's just a joke, of course. But 69 members is an extraordinary experience because you have all these new people with lots of talent, lots of ability, and lots of energy, and they are ready to bring their ideas and their agenda to the State House, and they want to get them passed. They want them to turn into law. And so it's sometimes like, as they say, herding the cats in order to make sure that we all try to maintain a focus. And we need to focus on, first of all, a balanced budget, a budget that we can all live with, that covers our expenses, is good to education, it takes care of transportation, and increases the funding. So our state and our local officials have more ability to take care of those potholes and bridges and that sort of thing. So maintaining focus, helping to have a congenial attitude, and the ability to kind of help keep the peace and mind the store. It's
a big job.
It is. There's a lot to it. Sometimes people don't think I'm working, but I am.
Well, you mentioned the congenial attitude, and after several years of some pretty tough fights in the House, things seem to have taken on a much more conciliatory tone. To what do you attribute that?
Well, of course, there was a change of leadership with the Democrat caucus, change in the number of members with the Democrat caucus, and I think that there is going to be more of an era of reasonableness. And the fact that we are not going to be shutting down the process so that we can leave the state and we can do things that are very, very, that cause lots of obstruction to what we try to do.
You were a co-author of co-sponsor of one of the very first bills that went to the governor's desk. It was the first bill he signed into law, had to do with Farmland Assessment. Why was that bill important?
Farmland Assessment Bill, Senate Bill 319, was important because there were new numbers and policies being introduced that were going to increase farmland taxes by 25%, just like that. And in the last 2 or 3 years, the only category of property taxes that have been increasing with regularity are taxes on farmland. Residential and commercial, we had put some stops in place that were good controls, but the farmland needed to have some different action taken. So we're going to study that program for a year and make sure that whatever program is out there is working, and we are not strangling one segment of our society with excessive property tax.
The House passed a bill, and we only have a minute, but that would increase training for police dealing with Alzheimer's. Can you tell us just briefly what that's about?
I was the author of that bill, and it came out of an actual experience in my district, and it was a bill that will just simply add to the list of conditions that are already being used by the police academy to train police officers.
Representative Friend, thank you so much for being with us. I'm Lesley Weidenbener, and this is Comcast Newsmakers.